The attorney for the superintendent of the Holyoke Soldiers' Home said that Bennett Walsh took the necessary steps to inform the state about the COVID-19 outbreak there. 22 News I-Team reporter Don Shipman explains.
Yeah, these allegations are raising new questions about what state officials knew and when they knew it.
That he did indeed request the National Guard, and that he fully informed state officials of the circumstances.
Bennett Walsh's attorney outlining a 19-page document that he says proves that his client was in constant communication with the state from the very beginning of the COVID-19 outbreak.
On March 21st,
according to William Bennett, his client, Bennett Walsh, was first informed of a COVID-19 positive veteran on March 21st. Later that night, Walsh notified the Secretary of Veterans Services, and the next day he filed a critical incident report with both Veterans Services and the Executive Office of Health and Human Services. 4 days later, on March 25th, a veteran suspected of COVID-19 died. State officials were notified by phone. In that week and into the weekend, several more veterans would die. Staff would become infected. Concerned family members would contact 22 News looking for answers. On March 28th, the I-Team emailed the Department of Veterans Services asking if a veteran had in fact died and if others were getting sick. We also asked about a tent being constructed in the facility's parking lot.
The response that Channel 22 received, however, from state officials was incomplete and misleading.
At the very least, it was a canned, generic statement, saying in part that the Holyoke Soldiers' Home continues to fulfill its commitment to the safety and well-being of its residents during a public health crisis. No mention of a death.
What happened at Holyoke remains a tragedy.
Governor Baker said that he and the lieutenant governor learned of the severity of the situation on Sunday, March 29th. That's the night of that phone call from Holyoke Mayor Alex Morse.
By 8 o'clock in the morning, we had the National Guard, an interim superintendent, and a series of epidemiologists from DPH, and eventually folks as well from Holyoke Medical Center, who came on to stabilize the operation there.
Walsh's attorney claims a detailed paper trail proves at the very least state agencies were aware of what was happening. The governor says at least one state investigation is nearing completion, which will most definitely reveal new information.
William Bennett made it clear at that news conference as well that he's not just Bennett Walsh's attorney, he's also his uncle. And it's also worth noting here that Attorney Bennett is also the former Hamden District Attorney. Meanwhile, the death count continues to climb at the Soldiers' Home. New numbers this week, 92 veterans have died, 76 testing positive for COVID-19. I'm Don Shipman, working for you on the 22 News I-Team.